Alrighty folks, a little while back I have posted, I believe, the third or the fourth video on this cab, the rocker panel, outer rocker series. What you're about to see is me finishing up that outer rocker and just cleaning everything up. I made some tweaks afterwards after I got it on the truck. Just wanted to take a moment again, like I do every video, to thank everybody who's subscribing and watching the videos and thumbs up, giving me thumbs up and all that good stuff. A gentleman named Steve G sent $25 donation in a week before, and I was joking around with him because now officially the channel is out of debt because I was in debt 25 bucks for a tripod for the camera. So anyway, hope everybody's enjoying it. This is going to be a pretty simple one. It's more just for anybody who wants to watch the final touch go down. Probably in the next week. I've got most of the video done on this, but the floor is out of that. So make sure you're tuned in for that. And let's go ahead and put this rocker in. So I just wanted to take a minute to show everybody the inner rocker sealed up, and then as you can tell, I sealed up the inside of the outer rocker. So now I can go ahead and weld on the outer rocker and keep moving. But I just wanted to show everybody what it looked like. I didn't videotape any of that because it's pretty straightforward. It's just sealing. So I've got the propane heater going in the background, heating up the garage real hot before I call it a day here. And I'll probably give this a few more days. On the other side, I waited a few days and scuffed it and then sprayed rust encapsulator on it just as a it should never need it, but you know, it can't hurt anything at this point. So okay, so at this point I've went ahead and put the rocker back into place. Got the sealer on the inner rocker and the inside of the outer rocker, so it's now ready to be welded in. Like I mentioned before in some videos, every time anything moves or comes on and off, you always put the door back on and you always make sure that your gaps are still good. So put the rocker on, put my clecos in place, hung my door, hung my fender, made sure they're all still squared up and the body gaps are good. Having a hard time with this top of the door. The frame is bent, or it's not bent, but it rubbed previously, probably like that from the factory. I saw some pictures once on the forums where they actually adjusted the window loop with like a large beam or rod. So I just kind of decided I'm going to deal with that later. And it's good enough for now. I'm planning on probably putting those billet hinges and capture plates in this truck. So for right now, this is good enough. The bottom of the door, still need to fix this bottom of the door, and this has got a large dent, so haven't decided how I want to do that yet. I may cut a piece out on the back side of the door that's directly from this body line, so I could get something straight in there and kind of hit it back out. I'm not sure yet. The puller really isn't doing the trick, so we'll see. It's on down the line, but today I'm gonna start on the pillars and drill some spot weld holes and just get to work. So I'll leave the camera on and it'll just be a time lapse so you can see it all go down. Trying to do these evenly spaced. And at the same height, because even though I'm going to do body work over them, in case for whatever reason they end up showing through a little bit, at least they look nice and like I had some effort put into making them all even. But they're not going to show through. Right. I still haven't even decided if I'm going to paint it or I'm going to pay somebody else to paint it. Definitely need to order some new bits. Or take the time to sharpen these. All I'm doing is going through the outer rocker and just nicking the pillar. I'm not going all the way through everything. Check out that oops. When I put the rocker back on for final fit, I forgot to pull out the screw, one of the lower screws. So all I got to do there is carefully grind the head off of it. I think I'm going to try and back it out with a wrench a little bit, and then just grind the head off. And I need to dress that up on the corner of the rocker, and when I do that, I'll just figure out what I want to do with that. Let's see if I can reach it. Oh yeah, I can reach it. So once I cut the head off, I could probably just turn the threads that are left on the inside of the cab corner and pull it out, weld it up. Ooh. Funny what things we do. These right here are Ingersoll Rand, the Edge series, which comes, it's got like a different grip on it, and it's supposedly more like professional use. But they also sell, and I don't think Ingersoll Rand makes this, but this is a 45 degree, and you would be amazed at the difference that degree makes when you're trying to get into a little tight corner. And these are 2-inch roll-lock discs. You can buy these. The only place I buy them is off of eBay in large quantities. They're kind of expensive, but if you don't buy them in large quantities, they're stupid expensive. So always, if you're gonna do this sort of thing, buy them in large quantities. And you can get these little adapters, 1/4-inch shaft adapters on eBay as well in the kits. This right here, all this you can get off Amazon. I'll put links in the description. If you click on the link, it doesn't charge you anymore, but it gives me 4% of it. Just FYI. It says it's rated up to 20,000 RPM. That's another thing you want to look at. Look at the RPM ratings. It's based on the gear size and if it's got a reduction in it, the reduction rate. But you want the cheaper ones don't spin as fast. They've got cheaper, smaller gears, and they don't last. So that's just a little tidbit about my little knowledge on die grinders, but I don't know how many hours I have on especially this one, but I can tell you that this one lasted longer than 4 Harbor Freight ones. So this is one of those things, you get what you pay for. I'll link all 3 in the description. They all come in extremely handy at different times. If you're doing this, I would definitely recommend it if you can afford it. Alrighty, so I've got most of the spot welds done, all of them across the bottom. I've started moving into the cab corner. You can see how I did this. Spot welds along there, and then along the top, and one on that edge. And then this just needs to be seam sealed and a little bit of body work to make sure all the bumps are out of it, but all those spot welds are in. I didn't make this perfect. Once I take the door off, I've got some more spot welding to do. Probably gonna slice it right there and tweak it over. And same thing with this, tweak it over to line up with the weather stripping attachment. Alrighty, so got all of our welds cleaned up for the most part. Got some spot welds there. I need to finish welding up that right in there. As you can see, that is not perfect. So what I'm gonna do is split it right here, and I think split it right here, tweak that over, weld it up, grind all this flat, and then be totally finished with the outer rocker. Just wanted to show you close up what I'm doing. I cut up right there just to split it and move this all back in right up tight against the pillar. And then I'm gonna weld this up. Then I'm gonna cut this and just scoot it over in line with this whole deal. So that's all I'm doing. And then I'm gonna go here and put some plug welds through here, weld that sucker up, and then grind it all up. Finish that, grind it up, and she's done. So you can see I'm just starting to just weld everything up. That looks a lot better than it did. So I'll just fill that gap in slowly without overheating it, and then go in and grind it all flat. And I'll show you a final glimpse of video before I complete this one. What you saw me doing was just putting the bolts back in for the fender support, the brace that goes in there that supports it. I don't know why, but on both these that I've done, I basically had to cut it in half and then line it up to where the bolt holes fit and where this piece comes over and the hole lines up. And even that one I reamed out a little bit in it, but I don't know why. I don't know if they're all just bad or what, but I've had to section both sides on this one. We'll see. We'll see on that cab how it goes, but we'll be back and I'll show you this when it's finished up. But everything else is good. I just got to grind a couple of these off in here and keep working my way around. Alrighty, folks. That right there is what makes it all worth it. So, the outer rocker is totally done. Everything looks great. Alrighty, folks, just wanted to say thanks again for watching. Make sure you're subscribed so you get to see the second video on this truck come out this week. It'll be part 2 of the full floor pan replacement series, and you're going to see the floor come out and all that good stuff. So y'all take care, and we'll see you next time.